it's Tatiana. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this pick a card reading. So today's reading, I actually really asked Spirit for some really uplifting messages for you guys. I'm just in a really celebratory mood. I really just want to celebrate people. So there are 3 piles for today, and actually the cards for each pile just fell out by themselves. So they picked themselves. I didn't even need to ask for them. And they're such beautiful cards. For pile 1, you guys have got Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. For pile 2, you've got Guardian Angel. You're not alone. And for pile 3, you've got Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. Okay, I'm gonna get started with your reading, but I will put up a picture for all 3 piles, or all 3 cards, I should say. Yeah, feel free to pause the video and take all the time you need to choose a pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. So this is your reading if you chose the Mirror Guardian. Take time to rest. You guys are amazing, and I don't know if anyone's ever told you that. I really don't think anyone's ever told you that. The first thing I heard was that you're the seer of wisdom, or seer of the future, which is really interesting because I'm not getting how do I say this? I'm not really getting any psychic vibes from you guys. Not that I don't think you're psychic. Of course, I'm seeing that you guys are highly intuitive. It's more that if you guys are psychic, or however you are applying your gifts, your intuitive gifts, your seer's gifts, it kind of feels like it has more basis on an ancient wisdom, or on ancient cultures and traditions, you know. Yeah, so it's kind of like, this feels really strange for me to say, but it's kind of like you're kind of like not that kind of psychic, or not that kind of healer. I don't know why I felt like compelled to say it in that way. Maybe that's gonna resonate for someone, but it's like, if you're a healer, you're more like one that has you've learned healing from ancient wisdom, like ancient cultures, maybe Native American culture, or ancient Indian cultures, or like I even see like stardust, so maybe even like older wisdom, like light worker type, Lemurian. I just heard Mew. Is Mew Lemurian? Or what's the other one? What was the other one? Just like stars. I haven't kept up basically, but yeah, it just feels like a lot of whatever you're practicing has its depths and roots in ancient wisdom or cultures. And that's interesting. I'm hearing that you guys are the Oracle, and that ring that she's wearing looks like one of those like glass oracle balls. I've actually never seen one in real life. I wonder if like I can do a reading with one. I don't even know how they work, but yeah, I'm hearing that you guys are the Oracle. So you guys can you're clearly a seer. But it's really interesting because how I'm seeing it is, it's almost like why I'm not getting those vibes from you, that you're that kind of psychic or that kind of healer. I don't know why I keep saying that. It doesn't feel PC. It just doesn't feel correct. But yeah, it's almost like how it's coming through is you have these amazing gifts and abilities, but it's almost like, I don't want to say you're hiding behind ancient wisdom or cultures, but you're really allowing that wisdom and culture to come through. It's almost like, yeah, because you respect it so much, is how I'm seeing it. You respect it so much that you're just the messenger. You're just the vessel, you know, like you're just the servant of this wisdom, something like that. And that's really beautiful. It really is. It really is beautiful. Because you guys know that, or do you guys know? Do you guys know that you're actually amazing? Even without this ancient wisdom and culture, you guys are amazing. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you know that your gifts are uniquely yours. And they're naturally yours. Like, even if you learned how to do healing within a certain culture or tradition, you are a natural healer yourself. Yeah, I'm really getting vibes like that. It's kind of like you guys are the silent achievers. You're the quiet achievers. You're the people in the background who have been achieving everything and making things work, but really nobody recognizes that. Nobody recognizes that. Nobody has celebrated you or even told you that, you know what, you're amazing. Thank you so much for what you do. It kind of feels like that for me. And I'm starting to like choke up a little bit. And I'm starting to get really, really sad. The example that the example I'm seeing is like you're one of those like PAs or employees, or let's say, for example, you work at McDonald's. You work in one of those, you know, in a branch of McDonald's, and you're just an employee. You're not a supervisor. You're not a manager, but you like intuitively know what to do when. You know when to put the napkins inside the box. You know when to refill or replenish all these supplies. You know when to do stock take. You know when to, you know, walk to the drive-through window even when it's quiet. You just know. You kind of know what to do when. It's almost like intuitively, you know, oh, I have to do this, and if I, you know, if I put like 20 cans of Cokes here or whatever, then it will last me till 10 a.m. and then I, you know, it's like, you know. I've never worked at McDonald's, so, but anyway, you guys get what I mean. And it's almost like because you intuitively know what to do, where to go, you kind of, it's almost like you cut everyone slack, and you do it so effortlessly that they don't notice, you know. Your manager is so bad, casually stressing out, and terrible, just terrible at managing the branch in general, but everything's fine because you're there, because you're doing your job so well. You know, you're actually like the glue of the branch, if that makes sense. And you're picking up the slack for your other team members, and you're just doing an amazing job. It's like effortless job, but because you do it so effortlessly, and you don't do it for your own recognition, it's almost like nobody notices. Nobody has ever told you you're amazing or celebrated you or noticed your achievements. That's what I'm getting. I'm really choking up. I'm really, really choking up. And I feel so sad. I really feel so sad. I really feel like, are you guys... It's almost like you guys have been carrying this sadness that maybe you feel unappreciated, really unrecognized, sorry. Like just nobody, yeah. This take time to reflect is really, really speaking to me right now. But it doesn't have the energy of reflect, which is really interesting. Take time to reflect. Mirror. I just saw that you're a mirror for people. It's interesting because it's almost like the message coming through is just by being yourself. And I'm seeing like you're just yourself, just like neutral, just as your most neutral self. You're the mirror for people. It's almost like even when you're not speaking, even when you're not doing anything or saying anything or like just expressing anything, you're a mirror for people. And I guess that's the way I'm hearing that you're a vessel of transformation. It's almost like how I'm seeing it is just by being there, you're a mirror for people, and they, I don't know, they get triggered or they maybe have like awakenings or realizations or something. And so you become the vessel for transformation. Take time to reflect. I don't know why, but this reflect in this card does not feel like reflect at all. It has the energy of take action. It has the energy of fueled passion for some reason. Like strategizing, reflect strategizing. Like, what is it? What is that phrase? Sort of like get on your horse. I can't remember the phrase, but like get on your horse and get ready, like saddle up, let's go. That's kind of, yeah, not let's go, but saddle up, get ready is the energy that I'm getting from this take time to reflect. It's not reflect at all. It's like strategize, get ready, saddle up. Yeah, take ready to take charge, or get ready to take charge. Sorry, it's just, yeah, weird. It's so strange because it's a completely different energy to the rest of your reading. But anyway, sorry, I'm just shuffling. I've just been shuffling cards. Let's see what else comes through for you. Oh. Rest. This feels like you guys have been overdoing. Like some of you guys have been overdoing, you know. Boundaries is what I heard. It's like some of you guys maybe haven't been respecting your own boundaries. You haven't taken enough time to rest. You've been too busy helping everyone and too busy overdoing. It's like you know, using that example of that, you know, if you worked at McDonald's, you're also doing everyone else's jobs, like little jobs here and there that they're supposed to do. But you're doing it because you're like, it's okay, I have time. My next, like, I've already done everything that I needed to do, and I don't really need to do anything pressing before 10 a.m. So I have time. I'll just fill up these ketchup bottles and I'll just do this and this and this when it's actually someone else's duties. Something like that. Yeah. It's like giving yourself too much at your own expense, but because you do it so effortlessly and it comes from deep inside of you, it kind of gives you joy, so you don't see it that way. You don't see that you're overstretching yourself. Yeah, I'm hearing boundaries. Take the time out to carve out your own boundaries and and really get to know them. This is what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing that, yes, you guys understand boundaries. Yes, you guys know boundaries. Yes, you have boundaries. If someone is, like, I think in a relationship, you know when to practice boundaries and stuff like that. But I don't know, when it comes to your passion or your work or your purpose, however you see it, I'm hearing service. When it comes to your service, it's almost like the lines where your boundaries are become blurred. And you guys really need to sit down and actually figure out where those boundaries lie and what's really okay to you and what's not okay with you. Or even if it's okay with you, it's almost like people need to value your time. They need to appreciate your time. They need to appreciate your efforts. So even if, yes, it's okay for you to help someone fill up their ketchup bottles, you know, if they're taking advantage of you because you do it so effortlessly all the time, then that's not okay. That's a boundary that you need to that's a boundary that you need to have. Sorry, yeah. Something like that. So take the time to reflect on that and really feel it, you know, really feel your way around it is what I'm seeing. Okay, you guys got confidence, hunger, and fear. You guys are clearly the sun. You are clearly the sun. You radiate happiness and positivity. And it's like a quiet confidence that I get from you guys. Like, it's almost like you have the ability to light up every room. Or even to like instill joy and confidence and positivity into any room. It's almost like when you walk into a room, people are like, oh my God, we're saved. Everything's okay. So-and-so has come into the room. Everything's fine. You know, you have that quiet confidence within you, and you're sort of like, you're the person who's like, everything's okay. And everyone just trusts you. They're like, okay, she's got it, or he's got it. That kind of thing. I don't know why I heard your confidence is a mask. Your confidence is a mask. Your happiness is a mask. Persona is also what I heard. Behind closed doors, you're not that. Behind closed doors, you're pensive, you're contemplative, you're wishing for more. You're wishing for recognition. You're wishing for true joy, true purpose. It's almost like it feels right for you. Your life is kind of flowing at the moment. When you give yourself to people, when you give back, when you do your form of service, however you do it, it feels right. You know, it feels like you're giving back to the world and to the universe and to your traditions or, you know, whatever. And so it gives you the sense of service and a sense of fulfillment. But it kind of feels like, I'm hearing that you guys are like, shouldn't this be more? Something like that. Like, I can do more. I can give more. You know, yes, service is also about making people happy in the day-to-day and giving back in the day-to-day. But it's almost like, you know, that there's so much joy, you know, in filling up someone's ketchup bottles. But you can also do more. You can help. What I heard is solve hunger. it's kind of like that. It's like you can help with bigger problems. Your service can be bigger than that. And it's almost like you're waiting on the universe or waiting on life or on guidance on how to make that leap. Or it's almost like, yeah, you're just waiting for that opportunity. It's like life's not giving it to you. It feels like you're like an angel in New York. Something like that. It's like such a weird analogy. But it's almost like you're completely out of place. You're an angel destined for bigger and better things. Not bigger and better things, but bigger jobs, bigger, like a bigger form of service. But you're in New York, you're helping people in a bagel shop. That's kind of the energy I'm seeing. It's like, and you're sort of like, because you're an angel, you're like, I love service. It's okay for me to help someone wipe up, you know, their coffee, the coffee that they've spilled. And it's okay for me to help this old lady cross the road, you know, outside because she's struggling. And it's okay for me to rescue this dog that was lost, you know, and you find joy in it. It comes naturally through you, but it's almost like, yes, but isn't there more? I want more. There must be more. There's so much more for me to give. It's kind of what I'm seeing. Like you're waiting for a bigger form of service that brings you a lot more fulfillment and joy. It's like a bigger purpose or something like that. Okay. I don't know where this is going. You guys got Ghost in reverse. This gives me the impression of like childhood stuff. Like the inner child that wants to speak but never could. Is what it gives me the impression of. But I'm not focusing on your traumas today. I'm focusing on how I can celebrate you guys. Yeah. It's so bad, but I think I'm a healer first and foremost, you know? So it's hard because you're constantly exposed to people's heavier, denser energies and people's traumas and what they'd like to heal, that it just flows out of me naturally. So what can we celebrate about you today other than the fact that you guys are amazing and deserve all your, like, just all the celebration for you and your, not just, yeah. Why can't I speak? Why can't I speak? Like, this is weird, actually. And I'm really tapping into your sadness, so it really wants to make itself known. But why can't I speak? It's almost like you guys are trying to be quietly optimistic, even when you're not. Have you guys been doing that? Quietly optimistic, even when you're not. So sometimes you really struggle to find the right words or something, like the words aren't flowing naturally because you're quiet. Yeah, because you're trying to be optimistic. Okay, soul family. Okay, wait, firstly, you guys don't have to you don't have to have it together all the time, is what I heard. Let yourself be supported. Yeah. Yeah, let yourself be supported. Allow yourself to be supported. If not by other people, but by spirit, by the universe, by your angels, by your spirit guides. By this, by your community where you're, you know, I just keep hearing ancient traditions and ancient wisdom. Be supported by them, by those energies. I'm hearing take the leap. I don't know where you're leaping to. But it's like, take the leap and the universe will catch you. That's so interesting. Do you remember how you're the mirror for people? Those are mirroring too. Just not in the same way. It just has a really positive vibe to it. Ah, okay. What you put out into the world will be reflected to you. So take the leap. What you put out into the world will be reflected to you. So it's like if you take that first step, the universe will meet you. It's that kind of thing. If you put in the intention and start working towards your dreams or where you want to be, the universe will meet you there. They will give you the same amount. They will put in the same amount of effort, if that makes sense. Dolphins. I don't know why I just heard dolphins can hear in the ocean. And I just saw they were like beep, 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 beep. Have you guys, I don't know. What's this about telepathy? Dolphins can hear in the ocean. It's almost like, firstly, I'm getting the message that you guys can hear the secrets in the wind. It's that kind of thing. Like you'll know. The universe, you're so connected to the universe. You're so connected to the divine. That you'll know, you'll get your answers and you'll get your guidance in the wind, and you knew that already, so I don't know why I'm telling you. But telepathy, have you guys been, it's almost like you guys have been using telepathy to connect to your soul tribe, your soul family, soulmates, or your team in spirit, or whoever. Yeah, but take, I don't know, it kind of feels like there's a deeper message there. So just take it however it resonates with you, because that might resonate for someone else more than others. But I'm really hearing that dolphins can hear in the ocean. And I'm seeing the, whoa. Aw, you got love? And you got abundance. It's funny because the first thing I saw was that it's not money, it's not monetary, which is the way, I mean, you're not in it for the money. You're not in it to be like a huge billionaire or whatever, huge financial success. That's not why you're in this. It will come, but it's not why you're in this. What I'm actually hearing is showering you with compliments is what I'm hearing, and surrounding you with love. I think this is a message from spirit that you will be showered with compliments. So take action, take the lead, because you will be showered with compliments and you will be surrounded by love and gratitude and appreciation and acceptance. All the things that you feared. Where's that fear card? Fear. All the things that you feared, you won't get. Wow. Okay. Any last messages? Because I know it's getting long. Any last messages for you guys? Anxiety. This is actually my party card, and as soon as I saw it, I thought party. It just looks like those, what are those things called? The words escape me today, but it's like one of those things you pull, and then it's like those streamers, the streamers come out of it. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Anxiety. Quiet anxiety is what I heard. Are you guys silently anxious that this isn't gonna work if you take the leap or something like that? You're like, it's almost like you're like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay for me to be of service and to serve this ancient wisdom and, you know, just to quietly serve. But it's like when the universe is like, take the leap, you're like, there's like a silent, quiet, very mild anxiety like underneath. Like you're like, you know, not really wanting to tap into that anxiety, but it's there. But I'm really hearing party. You guys are really, really being celebrated. You're definitely being celebrated. Alrighty, I don't know if those messages were uplifting or not, but you guys are amazing, honestly. Take the leap. And thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next reading. Bye, guys. Hey, Faltu. So this is your reading if you chose Guardian Angel. You are not alone. Gorgeous, gorgeous card. It just has this feeling of being held in love, you know, just being surrounded by love, just pure, angelic, divine love. Not even just angelic love or divine love, but just pure love, like family love, pure friendship love, just any kind of love, but it's just love. Being surrounded by love and support. And it's like being held through the night. It's that kind of feeling. Do you guys have a message? It's weird. As soon as I saw that feather, I heard a message. It's almost like you're carrying a message or you've got a message. Yeah, it's like either you're carrying a message for someone, like a messenger, or you've got a message that needs to be expressed or you want to communicate. For some reason, I don't know why I'm listening to, like, I'm hearing that song in my head. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. It's really funny because I don't think it has anything to do with your reading. I can't see the connection right now. Especially the bit that goes, what are the chances we'd be fall in love before the night was through? Actually, I think that's actually a song that I associate with my grandma. My grandma used to love that song. And I think there's a message coming through for you, that there's a loved one in spirit here for you. A loved one in spirit is here supporting you. Whoa, I'm tapping into a lot of sadness. It's like they're holding you through this sadness. You're not alone. You are not alone. They are supporting you through the sadness. And you really are surrounded by love. You really, really are. Let's see what else is coming through for you. I just want to hold you guys because I'm feeling this sadness. And it's like you know when you're crying so hard, it's so deep, it's such a deep sadness that you're like choking, like with your, you know, with each sob. That's how I'm feeling. It's really deep sadness. It feels lonely, the sadness. It feels like a why me kind of sadness. Like, Why do things have to be this way? Why me? Why do I have to be different? Why do I have to do it? Or why do I have to carry it? Something like that. Strangers in the night. Two lonely people. Sorry, those are the lyrics. Strangers in the night. Two lonely people. We are strangers in the night. I think. Two lonely people. We are strangers in the night. Whoa. That's interesting. Too lonely. I don't know why I'm suddenly getting like soulmate vibes, like divine counterpart vibes. Or not necessarily divine counterpart, but like a partner, someone I'm hearing kinship. Just yeah, like a similar soul, someone who's going to resonate with your experience, someone who can share the journey with you, someone who can meet you eye to eye and soul to soul is how I'm seeing it. It's yeah, a journey partner, something like that. Like you're embarking on a journey, or you've been going through a journey and it makes you feel alone, and it's almost like there's a partner out there for you. And it's not necessarily your divine counterpart. I'm not sure if I get super romantic vibes. I'm getting more like spiritual mission or life journey kind of vibes. Like two soulmates who are very similar. They see eye to eye, and they're going through the same growth and same thing, or something like that. That song is still playing in my head. Okay, let's see what else. Sorry, it's been 6 minutes already. Okay, wow, magic. I'm hearing like it will align. It will align. I don't know. Is it what's gonna align? Is it like when you two meet, everything will align, or like everything will align and you two will meet, or something like that? And what's this message? Are you guys the messenger? Is that why this feels so heavy? It feels like a heavy, I don't want to say a burden necessarily, but a heavy job is what it feels like. A heavy responsibility, a duty. Fear. It's so funny. This card keeps coming out. It came out for pile 1. Fear. Oh, wow. All of a sudden I got this like headache. What is that about? It's almost like disorienting. And I feel like I can't see, I can't think. I feel like my head's spinning and there are so many people around me. It's like that feeling of like being in a crowded room or in a party or something. And you're surrounded by people, and like they're all talking at the same time, or they're all saying stupid things. I'm hearing BS actually. They're all saying stupid things, and they're all like being a know-it-all and stuff like that, and you're just like your head is spinning because it's so full of BS right now. It's how I'm seeing it. Maybe I shouldn't have put it that way, but it's almost like, you know what I mean? Like when you're in a room and let's say there's 5 of you, you know, and this guy is just doing this. My horse is bigger than your horse. My car is better than your car, and everything. My house is better than your house. Thing, like just showing off casually, you know, all his achievements and all that kind of stuff. And this other guy is too busy trying to make sexual advances on this other girl, and this other girl is casually hating this guy, and it's like just a mess. Basically, there's so much mess, so much drama, and you're just disoriented, and it's just giving you a headache, and you can't see clearly because it's just making you tired and sleepy and just almost nauseous. Like, not nauseous, but yeah, slightly nauseous and like breathless. Like, I feel like I can't breathe. Like, I'm suffocating a little bit. It's really putting me to sleep. I don't know why I'm getting that with this card for you guys, for your reading, with the fear card. It's almost like when you go into that space, you're in that space of being in that party, like surrounded by people, being disoriented. It's almost like maybe you guys are surrounded by groupthink, group talk, groupthink. All these all this chatter, all of the things that people believe, all their theories, it's all that kind of stuff, and it's really disorienting to you. But you guys are being nice. You guys are so nice and diplomatic. Okay. Is there something else about the headache? Because why do I have it still? For some reason, I feel like it's linked to an old pain. It feels like a childhood, but romantic pain. Oh, it's really, really affecting. It's really affecting me. You guys got ideation and anger. I knew it. It's like cutting off your vision is what I heard. And even as I said that, my camera is starting to overheat, which doesn't actually happen a lot. Heat, anger. It's like your brain's overheating. Why is that coming through like that? Yeah, you're not seeing clearly is what I'm getting. But there is an anger here. There is an anger that I'm tapping into. It just doesn't feel like it's yours. Maybe it's collective anger. Maybe it's like the anger of the people around you. And it's really like clouding your judgment or something. Clouding your vision. But you did get ideation. It's like the spark of creativity that's gonna bring you magic. I don't know how that links up to your message. Because remember, you guys have a message. But I'm sure you guys know. It's really interesting because I'm really seeing that you guys are being asked to tap into your creativity, which does not at all have messenger vibes to me, but it's almost like you guys are being called to blend the two or something like that, to approach whatever you've been doing in a creative way, or not even that. It just feels like you guys do have a creative idea. Like you are feeling called to be creative, and to approach it in a creative way. And you guys, what is up with this energy? What is up with this energy? Oh my god. Wow. Okay. You guys got death. It's funny because this is like, it took me a while to realize that this is a tombstone. I actually thought it was like a minion, a dead minion, you know. So funny. It's so, wow, okay. It's like what I'm seeing is like painting death in a creative way, in an artistic way. See, it's like, look, yeah. For your reading, I'm seeing it as painting death in a creative or artistic way. Because it's almost like making the dark look beautiful, you know, finding beauty in the dark, painting it in a beautiful way, in an artistic way, presenting it in an artistic way. Are you guys like transmuters? You transmute energy? It's almost like through your creative expression, you're able to take the bad, the negative, the heavy, and to find beauty in it, to present it in a beautiful way, you know, to find the joys in it, and to share it in that way. Yeah, it's almost like you're recycling that energy. But I'm seeing that whatever this message is for you guys, and this, I'm also hearing divine support and synchronicity. So if you guys have been seeing like feathers everywhere, it's that kind of thing. It's like symbolic. But what I'm seeing is if you guys have a message, whatever that message is for you guys, you're being asked to present it in a creative way or something, or you're being called to do that. Present it in an artistic way. It's like, yes, you can be the messenger, but you can also be self-expressive. You can also be your authentic self. It's that kind of thing. But the divine support, the divine guidance, the divine synchronicity is really coming through. I think there's a really big message that you guys are really, really divinely supported. And to trust. Trust that you're not alone. Trust that you are being supported with all this, with this idea, with this creative approach or creative project or venture. I'm really, really seeing that you guys are going to make magic, though. You're definitely going to make magic out of this. It's going to be magical. And don't let fear stop you. You guys got reflection. Wait. Reflection and frustration. As soon as I saw this, I heard, what did I hear? Something along the lines of, you can't fit it in the box, or you can't fit the box in the hole, or something like that. How it's coming through is, firstly, it's okay to be outside of the box. You know, because you guys are way outside of the box. You're very different. You're unique. You think outside of the box. And actually that's one of your stronger qualities, if that makes sense. That's a plus for you guys. That you guys think outside of the box. You're able to offer a fresh perspective. And you're able to see things that no one sees. And because you see things in a different way, it's almost like you can see the magic in things. And it's almost like, yeah, bringing magic into situations and perspectives. But what I'm really seeing with this card and also the frustration is that it kind of feels like some of you guys have been dimming your light to fit in, you know, just like playing small to fit in, or trying to adapt, trying to, what am I hearing? I'm hearing things that, like, I understand it, but it's hard for me to communicate. It's almost like you're um the analogy that I'm getting, like the one that I'm hearing, is you're reducing your own seasoning to suit everyone's palates. You know, it's like lacking in flavor, is how I'm hearing it. And of course, that might make sense to no one, but yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing that you guys are sort of like um, almost playing small, like tail. How do I say it? It's like you're packaging yourself into something that people will understand and accept. It's almost like what's a good example? Okay, like this. If you guys are super psychic, okay, but your psychic gifts are like, let's pretend, what's that movie? Mean Girls, where she, Amanda Seyfried, whoever she is in the movie. I don't know if you guys remember this scene, but there's a scene where she thinks that her boobs can tell when it's raining. It's something like that. It's like you guys have like this really fantastic, very different skill. It's almost like if you're psychic, you are psychic in a different way. You know, you're uniquely different. Yeah. And yeah, so for example, if you're psychic, you have this special way of being able to tell, maybe with your boobs too, or with your ears. Like maybe if your ears like, you know, vibrate, you're like, oh, I can tell so and so is like this, you know, something like that, something that's really, really uniquely different. And but you know, everyone out there is busy doing tarot, so you're like, okay, I'll learn tarot, even though actually I can see, I already know, my ears already know the different parts of my ears and my boobs. We already know what's going on, everything is going on. I already know the details, and I'm very accurate. But because no one's gonna believe me, everyone's gonna be like, what? You're psychic through your boobs and ears? That doesn't make sense. So you're like, okay, I'll just learn tarot, even though I already know the details, but I'll use tarot so that I can fit into the box. So I can be like everybody else and people will be able to accept me. It's that kind of thing. But what I'm seeing is you're super unique, okay? However you package yourself, it's just, don't do it. Don't do it just to be accepted, you know? You have those amazing gifts and abilities because they're meant to be yours, you know? Because you have amazing, an amazing purpose or a mission, or however you think of it. Whatever it is, it's special to you. It's unique to you. You have your own thing, you know? Don't make yourself less bright just so that people won't be blinded or confused. Yeah. Don't force yourself to fit in. Okay. Let's pull out some last bits of messages for you guys, if there are anything coming through. You guys got abundance, which is so funny because Paul 1 got one too, this card too. They got abundance as well. What? I don't know why, but I'm hearing that song. Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly. Sorry. Can't sing. I'm like a screeching cat, is what I heard. Thank you. What is this? Okay, I'm gonna pull out another card, or another 2 cards. You got energy and balance. I just realized I never talked about the reflection. This is probably why is this still recording? Okay, sorry. I'm running out of space. Just give me 1 second, guys. Righty, I'm back. You guys are the lucky pile where like my camera's overheating and all of a sudden I'm running out of battery even though it was fully charged, and I ran out of space on my memory card. It's so interesting. It's all happening for your pile, which I think is symbolic of something. I just realized, because I was like, I don't know what I'm seeing with this abundance card. Like, I'm really not understanding the visual that I'm seeing. And I realized I never talked about the reflection card that came before it. And I think that was the clarifying for the reflection card. I always see glasses, you know, with this card. I always see the lens through which you view the world. Perception, perspective. But I actually heard when will, you know, that song, when will my reflection? Why can't I sing? I'm actually not a bad singer. So it's really interesting that I actually can't sing for your pal either. Interesting. Are you guys having problems with your throat or your throat chakra, your self-expression? I'm seeing it. There's a message that you've been wanting to communicate, but it's not coming out. How's that feeling? Lack of confidence. Is there a confidence card? For some reason, like, I'm just getting a lack of confidence, like a fear, which you do have. Yeah, so I heard that song, the Mulan song, when will my reflection show who I am inside? And yeah, I'm seeing that as inside, like your reflection inside, and this is you outside. You guys are just like, I feel you. I really feel you. I'm really feeling you. Like, it sucks. This is probably why you guys are so frustrated. You just want to be accepted. You want to be appreciated and loved. You don't see how you guys can communicate your message or do this, whatever this duty is that you feel like you have to do. I'm really, really seeing that you guys are a messenger of some sort, or you have a message to communicate, a teaching perhaps, and you're being called to express it in a creative way, you know, and to make magic. But it's almost like, yeah, but how am I going to do that if I don't have an audience? And if I don't have an audience, if I don't have, as in, I won't have an audience and I won't have a community around me, and people won't listen to what I have to say if I'm not like them, if they can't relate to me, if I don't fit into the box or into the hole or whatever. How are people gonna relate to me? You know? And when you're too busy trying to fit in, you know, pre-package yourself into a box that everyone can understand and everyone can relate to. You're in this place where you're like, when will my reflection show who I am inside? When can I be me? When can I finally be my authentic self? When does that happen? When people have accepted me and I can slowly start being myself? Or when does that happen? Because I'm not seeing the balance here. Balance. I'm not seeing the balance here. That's how I'm, yeah, that's how I'm feeling your energy right now. It's funny because when I said that's how I'm feeling your energy right now, I'm actually holding up the energy card and I was looking at it, but not connecting the dots, if that makes sense. I wasn't, yeah. It was like I was like gazing at it, but not really looking at it. There's this feeling of like, I'm actually hearing what goes around comes around. But there's this feeling of interconnectedness. Like if you trust the universe and if you trust that things will happen, and if you trust where you're being called and you go there anyway, even if you don't know how it's gonna work, the universe will give back to you, is how I'm seeing it. You know? Like there's, what is it called? Reciprocity. The universe will reciprocate. So what's this abundance card talking about? I keep hearing flipping burgers. What is it about flipping burgers? That's really interesting. Flipping burgers into cash. Why am I getting weird analogies for your reading? That's interesting. It's almost like your perception is so different. It's so creative that people are like, what? What are you saying? What are you saying? And you're like, how am I going to communicate this message? But actually, it makes a lot of sense. And I'm kind of seeing that the way you see it and the way you communicate it is different, but it offers what is so how do I say it? Specificity. It's just, yeah, it gives it a more specific meaning to the message. Sorry. I just thought it was so funny that I'm struggling. Yeah. It's almost like there's even if it's weird, even if you think it's so weird, no one's gonna get it, the message you offer and the way you offer it is gonna give a different perspective that's very specific. It's gonna give a very specific perspective to the message or something like that. Okay, it's getting really long now. Oh, success! You did it, you made it. We're almost at the end. There are so many bright things coming for you. It's like I'm seeing, you know, like walk over the bridge and you'll meet success. There are so many good things waiting for you at the end. And I don't even want to say at the end. I don't know why I keep saying at the end. It's just over the bridge. Like, as soon as you take that leap, so many good things are awaiting you. Alrighty, pile 2. I think that's all the messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for being part of the reading. And yeah, I'll see you in my next reading. Bye, guys. Hey pile 3, welcome to your reading. So this is your reading if you chose Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. It's really interesting, but for the first time ever, the first thing I noticed about this card for your reading is her boobs. It's almost like I'm seeing I'm seeing someone feeding their baby, like breastfeeding. So there's, I think there's a message of femininity. Femininity. Is that right? Femininity coming through. Like there's this feminine, divine feminine aspect of you coming through. And it's the part where it's not the birthing part. I don't really see it in this card. It's the feeding part, which is so interesting because I've never actually gotten a message before on that part, on the feeding part. It's very new to me. Maybe you guys have birthed a project, you've birthed something in you, you've created something, and now you're feeding it, you're nurturing it. I'm getting butterfly too. I'm seeing the butterfly. Changes, transformations, metamorphosis. Sorry. I am actually finding it difficult to pronounce words at the moment for some reason. Anyway. I'm getting tattooed. It's funny because I was looking at her boobs because they were calling to me. And then I heard, like, I was looking at these leaves and then I heard tattooed, like tattooed boobs. And then I saw that she does have tattoos and I didn't even notice them. I didn't notice her tattoos. It's almost like you guys have markings, like soul family, or just, I'm hearing family markings, like either soul family or if you guys are part of a spiritual community, or like if you're carrying a lineage of traditions or wisdom or something. It just feels like you're carrying the markings of a family. But it's your family. It's deeper than a community. If it's a community that I'm talking about, or if it's a school or an organization, they're people that you consider family. You guys are intuitive, and you've been, yeah, you've been really, really operating from a place of deep intuition. Like she's not even looking. She's not looking where she's going or what she's doing. She's just trusting and having faith and following her intuition. That's so cool, you guys. That's amazing. Interesting. Like, this, why is the word escaping me? I keep hearing umbrella. It's not an umbrella. Butterfly. Why am I hearing umbrella? Umbrella. Okay, I'm gonna shelf it. Anyway, so when I saw the butterfly, the way I saw it the first time was that it's like landing and covering her third eye. Yeah, I'm just getting a message that your third eye is getting a transformation. Your intuitive gifts are getting a transformation. Or they'll be undergoing a transformation. Wow, very hard to communicate for all three pals actually, but yours is, I think, the worst. I'm really finding it hard to communicate. And for your pal, I'm not feeling like it's a lack of confidence. I don't know what it is. It's almost like ideas that can't be expressed or something like that. Or like That's what it is. Things that are just new and just starting to birth. So you're just seeing, like, you're seeing it at its buds, the buds of, you know, the plants, and they haven't bloomed yet. They haven't developed yet. So you don't really know what you're seeing. It's just, yeah, it's just the early signs, the early stages. That's what's coming through. Like, the messages that are coming through aren't fully birthed. They're not fully developed. Yeah, that's why it's so unclear and it's hard for me to talk, because it's almost like I'm just seeing the first glimpse of things. It's so funny because I was looking at plants as in a vineyard, because I used to work in wine. So, I mean, of course, when I talk about buds, I was looking at, you know, vines and vineyards and stuff. But now she looks like a vineyard to me. Look at her fruits. I mean, those aren't grapes, I don't think. They look more like... They could be grapes. Sorry, my battery died. And I mean, my battery dies anyway, but I think there's a message in it for you guys to rest, which is why she looks like she's in a rest, a state of rest as well for me. I'm really, really getting a strong message that you guys are being called to rest. It's almost like rest and carry that project with you. Just hold on to it as it develops. You know, it's the incubation period for your project. What was I saying? Oh yeah, she looks like a vineyard to me. They could be grapes, honestly. Which is really interesting. I don't know how, I don't know what message is coming through with that. You guys are going through a lot of transformations. It's almost like colorful transformations that make your life rich, or your gifts and abilities rich, or you. It's gonna bring a very rich quality to you and your life, is how I'm seeing it. Because all the butterflies are really colorful. It's almost like multifaceted, very magical transformation just throughout your life and throughout yourself. What is about this tattoo thing? It's almost like I'm seeing it as you guys are carrying like divine wisdom, but not in a messenger or carrier of wisdom kind of way. More like, yes, maybe in a carrier of wisdom kind of way, but it's more like, it's almost like there are markings on you. It's like how, I can't put a name to what I'm seeing right now. I'm hearing pendulum. It's not really a pendulum though. It's more like sundial, a sundial or something. But how I'm seeing it, it's almost like astrology and the moon. You know how they all contain a lot of information? It's almost like the information is on you. You have that information. You're the sundial, or you carry the sundial. You're naturally the sundial. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you're naturally the moon. You naturally carry all this information. And you don't just carry it, but you embody it. It's almost like you don't have to access it. People can access it through you just by looking at you, is how I'm seeing it. It's really weird. It's almost like I'm seeing it like a walking sundial or a walking clock. Or like, you know those machines that measure air pressure and wind velocity and all that kind of stuff, and you're holding up one of those machines and it just does the measurements. It's almost like if you picture the same situation, the same scenario, but you're that person, you're that machine. And so as soon as you walk onto the space, onto the field, or into the vineyard or whatever, it's almost like everyone's like, the wind's coming from the north. We know because we can see you. Because, yeah, for some reason, they can see you. Or like, when they see you, they already know. You give that information. It's really strange to me. It's really, really strange to me. It's like you guys, I don't know what you guys do, but you guys have that ability, and I think that's incredible. I'm really, really seeing that you guys are really in flow. Like all your gifts and abilities have really developed and manifested into its, like, I'm hearing harvest, like it's in full bloom, if that makes sense. And it's really flowing through you. You don't even have to connect with it anymore. You just do it. It just comes naturally out of you. And people, it's almost like people know you for it already. They know it, you know. They're getting the information just by looking at you. I'm hearing abundance. It's almost like you guys are bearing fruit. You're bearing fruit. Okay. Feel loved and comforted. But you are being called to rest, though. You're really, really being called to rest. Okay, let's see what messages are coming through for you guys. I'm getting kind of sleepy. Like when I connect to your energy, not like sleepy heavy, but like a pensive, waiting for the right time to come kind of sleepy. Whoa, you guys got stop and happiness. Stop. The bottom of the deck, you've got reflection, which came out for pile 2, actually. You got passion and caution. That's so interesting. You guys are really getting the stop and caution. And anger. I'm really gravitating towards that anger. It came out for pile, I don't know, one of the other piles as well. And protection. It's funny because I don't normally read with cards, but you know, these cards are talking to me. But for the other piles, I'm getting messages as, like, with each card as I pull them out. But with yours, it kind of feels like I got all these cards all at the same time. And the message is coming through is, okay, now you're ready to like read us. Now you're ready to talk to us. It's almost like we are part of the message. Not each card individually, but us collectively, we're a message. And you're not going to be able to decipher the message when you don't look at all of us all at the same time, when you're not considering each one of us at the same time. It's almost like that. There's like on one hand, there's like a big picture feel to it, like you're being called to look at the big picture. But there's also this message that whatever you can see, whatever has been revealed to you, they're just little intricate pieces of a puzzle. And they're little bits of information that if you look at separately, they're going to give you an entirely different message. It's almost like, don't look at them separately, they all belong together. And once we reveal all the messages to you, then you will actually receive the message. But you can't try to decipher the message just by the little bits of information that you've been receiving separately. Something like that. There's so much energy in your cards, and it's so different. It's so different to the energy of you, your first card. You know, you guys are in flow, you're being called to rest, and yet you guys have all this. Wait, let me pull up all this passion, all this, so much energy in your cards. Like, they're all vibrant and heated almost. Even the stop for me has a lot of passion or action or energy in it. There's a lot of force behind it. What am I? Protection. I don't even know where to start. It's such an interesting reading. Okay, let me pull out a different card and see if it's gonna tie in with. Okay, so you got Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. And you got Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Whoa. It's almost like you guys are being pulled into a meeting. Look, like, I mean, side by side. Can't really see it, but it's almost like you guys are being, like, where's that lady? She's here, but it's almost like she's been transported up, and she's being transported up into a meeting in the higher realms. That's coming through really. This protection card is really wanting to make itself known. I'm seeing that you guys are being divinely protected, but it's almost like you've been called into a meeting, right? You're being called to a meeting where you're reconvening with your spiritual guides or the universe or your team in spirit. Yeah, it's almost like your project, whatever you've been trying to birth or whatever you have been birthing, is being put on hold. It's being put on hold. And it's being put up. Okay. It's almost like it's being put on hold for your benefit. You are being divinely protected, and it's almost like I'm getting this visual of, we're stopping your project here, we're locking it, you know? That's what I'm getting. It's almost been paused because you're exercising caution is how I'm hearing it. Sorry, you can't really see that card. It's caution. Exercising caution. Why do you need to exercise caution though? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing There's something. It's almost like the cards were like this. But it's almost like exercising caution. Because it's almost like there's anger behind the passion or something like that. I'm just seeing that there's anger on the other side of passion. Or like there's anger that's unseen or something like that. Anger that isn't seen. It doesn't feel like your anger. So I don't know what that's about. Is it a specific message for someone? This feels so much like divine synchronicity to me. Divine orchestration is what I heard. Divine orchestration, divine synchronicity. Like these patterns. It's like, I'm seeing those, you know, the looping geometric patterns. Okay, I want to pull out more cards because your reading is so interesting. I'm really, I don't know. Like I said, it feels like the messages that are coming through are just like little glimpses, so it's hard to communicate them. It's hard to make sense of them. You kind of see it. You kind of get an idea of it, but you're like, I don't know what the big picture is. It's kind of like that. I feel it like, that's how I feel in your reading, actually. Like, I'm getting little glimpses of different things, and they're all slowly being revealed to me. I'm not seeing the big picture at all. No. No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Divine intervention. What is going on? What have you guys been doing? There's divine intervention. You're being stopped. No. You're being protected. So weird. Sorry, this is gonna be a bit long because it's actually, I'm so curious. I don't know what to tell you. These are supposed to be uplifting messages, and I feel like it did start out uplifting. And I don't know. I'm just seeing something different. Protection. You guys got protection. What does it say? Call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. No. What? Are you guys like asking a question and the answer keeps being no? Like no, no, and no. Protection. You guys got protection twice. It's almost like you're being divinely protected, but you're called to say no. You're called to like set firm boundaries. You're called, yeah. It's almost like you're called to employ your own protection. But I'm trying to, okay, I'm going to leave my opinion aside. But yeah, I don't really believe in protection. Like, as in, not fear-based protection. I feel like, yes, protection is good. I love divine protection. I'm so grateful for divine protection, and I appreciate it. But I'm not one of those healers who have to employ protection all the time. I just think it's fear-based. Well, that's what I learned anyway. Like, I'm hearing preventative measures, but it's not, yeah. I'm not seeing that for you guys. I'm not seeing that you guys need to employ protective measures. It's not like that. But it feels like you guys will know anyway this is trying to say. There's so much protection. You're being protected from something. You're being protected from whatever this is. Whatever this is. Or, yeah. Or whatever this is, the no. Determination? I'm seeing like, you know, the sound of music. There's, you know, climbing mountains. There's, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. There's light at the end of the tunnel, you know. There's rainbows at the end. Yes, but how are you supposed to get there? What is this? Are you guys understanding the message? This feels like such a weird, specific message that doesn't make sense. Maybe to anyone but you. Wait. Oh man. Star Mother. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? And play. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be too serious. It's funny because I think I already saw Mother Mary. Yeah, she's in the Council of Light. It's like Mother Mary came out twice. Mother Mary is coming out for you. And look, Divine Feminine. Mother. Mother, Mother. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? That aspect of you is really coming through. The Divine Feminine in you. The mother qualities. How can you mother yourself? And I'm seeing a mother of service. She has a little bit of nun vibes to me. Mother of service. Like, a little bit of the vibes of, you know, like, how do I say it? A form of service that's underappreciated and underrecognized. You know, like mothers, they're so underappreciated. Like, your mom has always been with you. I mean, I don't want to assume. I could already see that, you know, not everyone has the same experience with their mothers. But, you know, mothers, they carry you for 9 months. They give birth to you, you know. And if you see mothers everywhere, they put up with a lot of shit, right? You know, like, mom, 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 mom. And you're like, why don't you just call your dad? Like, just say dad, dad, dad. But nobody says that. Or not a lot of people say that. You know, most people annoy their moms. Most people, they trust their moms. They rely on their moms. And, you know, their moms, they have, mothers have this strong, quietly strong quality to them. It's like their vulnerability, their patience, their gentleness is their strength. It's that kind of thing. That's really coming through. It's like a very nun-like quality. It's funny, but this card does not have, I mean, yes, you guys are being called to play. I can really see it. I can really see that you guys are being called to lighten up, to just enjoy, rest, you know, breathe, take time out, as this card says. But this card is feeling a little bit indulgent to me. Almost like in a hedonistic kind of way. Which is so interesting. I don't know what that's about. Your reading has been really interesting. Because look at the difference in these two. Such a different energy. I'm seeing this as the devil aspects of you. Not, of course, not the devil. I meant the devil energy, like as in tarot. I'm just seeing this girl who's at a club and she's numbing her senses from her traumas. Even though I'm sure she doesn't realize that. She doesn't know that. She just thinks that she's having fun. It's Friday night. She's going out. Actually, someone popped in my mind when I said that. Yeah, she just thinks that she's being social. It's Friday night. I deserve to have fun, and I've worked all day, so I'm gonna go out. But she's, you know, she's just, it's almost like she's being a little bit indulgent and not in a happy way, not in a fulfilled way. She's not actually not having fun. You know, she's just, I keep hearing wearing too little clothes. Yes, I know. I don't know why I keep hearing that. She's wearing too little clothes, too much makeup, you know, just dancing but not really enjoying the music. It's that kind of thing. That's interesting. It's like there's a message coming through that it's almost like a lack mentality or something like that. It's almost like, yeah, escapism, but also a lack mentality. I'm seeing that she's being indulgent and recreating this, how do I say it? It's almost like, okay, the person I'm seeing, right, is she's in a bikini. She's like, oh, I just want to be in the water. I just want to be in the water. I just want to play in water. It's Friday night. I deserve some fun. I just want to be in water. So I'm going to recreate it. I'm going to throw a party. Let's have a jacuzzi and all this kind of stuff. So she's recreating that for herself because she's craving water. She wants that for herself. It's like an indulgent need. It's escapism, you know. But in reality, she's surrounded by water. It's almost like there's a message coming through that, however this resonates for you, but I'm just going to say it like I'm talking to her because it's not really tying into the rest of your reading, which I think is so interesting. But it's almost like if she just doesn't, if she just forgoes the lack mentality and she addresses her, the sources of her escapism, the sources of her inner turmoil or inner numbness, then she'll be able to see that she doesn't need to recreate that. She doesn't need to recreate that abundance. She doesn't need to recreate that indulgence. You know, her life already provides her with what she needs. You know, she wants to be in water. She's surrounded by water. You know, she doesn't need to recreate it. That's that kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know how that's resonating with you guys. Anyway, all right, I think it's getting a little bit too long. I'm just gonna pull one last card for you guys, and then that's it. I hope the messages are resonating, you guys. I don't know who this is gonna resonate for. It feels like it's one of my more interesting and very specific readings. I'm hearing that Beyonce, is it Beyonce? Destiny Child? It's like, can you keep up, baby boy, baby lose my breath? I think that's Beyonce. For some reason I'm hearing that song. Why am I hearing that song? It's like in this club Can you keep up, baby boy? Okay, last message for pile 3, please. Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth is happening. Lemuria. It's funny because I was talking about Lemuria. Well, I mentioned Lemuria in pile 2. I don't know if you guys also gravitated towards pile 2. Not that your reading is any way similar. Water. Bodies of water. Look, there's water abounds. There's water everywhere. The world, the earth, the universe will give you so much water. So much water. So much beautiful water. In all its different forms. It's like all these waterfalls, and there's the ocean and the lake and the stream. Water's in the mountains. Yeah. I just think there's a message, the message coming through is that the universe will provide for you. Like, I don't know if you guys have a lack mentality or something. Where's that trauma card? I thought I saw a trauma card. Interesting. For some reason, I thought that I saw a trauma card. Maybe it's just this. Maybe it's just her. But yeah, I'm just getting this, you know, this is what she's seeing. This is what she's manifesting because of her mindset and her traumas, and her unresolved traumas. And this is what the universe can provide, is what I'm seeing. I'm just really seeing that distinction. You guys, honestly, the universe can provide so much more amazing things for you. Like, things that are beyond your imagination, you know? If you want water, these are the most beautiful waters in all its abundant forms. There's so much abundance here. I think that's all the messages I have for you guys. I know it feels unresolved. I'm not super satisfied with this reading. It feels like I'm leaving it hanging. And it's also because it's supposed to be uplifting. And uplifting. I was just about to say, Spirit, I asked for an uplifting message, and I immediately was shown this card, uplifting. Yes, you're being uplifted into a meeting. A meeting with your spirit guides. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Fall 3. I will catch you in my next reading, hopefully. Bye, guys.